mind. All right. Hello, hello, hello. We're going
Guys.
live. I'm going to my Facebook to find us.
And I got to figure out how to minimize my screen so I can.
Woohoo! I can see something out there. Let me mute myself. Is anybody out there?
Is anybody foul? Is anybody foul?
No one's out yet.
Why do I have an echo?
I don't see anybody yet. And I posted like the last hour a bunch. Did you see I posted, the flip flop of you and me with the crystal ball?
Crystal ball?
Yeah. That's
I
what I'm
love
over.
it.
Linda's here.
Okay,
I don't see anybody yet. And I posted like the last hour a bunch. Did you see I posted?
There we go.
Hey, Linda.
Hey, Linda.
Oh,
I
hey,
need to
Elizabeth.
share. Oops. I didn't share first. I would think that I've never done this before.
Yeah, every time we get here.
This is where I am in life today, guys. Here we
Elizabeth
are.
is here. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to some psychic shenanigans.
Woo woo!
And I am warm, so it's going to be a fun night. Hey, Diana.
We're hot. Do y'all see Mitchell looking amazing?
Hey, Amy.
Y'all
Amy's
see it.
here. Psychic
Hey, Amy.
twin.
All right,
Oh, my God. So somebody told me I look like a younger version of the most interesting man in the world, which I guess is a Dos Equis commercial guy or something. I did look him up, and I get it, but he's like 80. So I was like, I'm glad they told me I look like a younger version. Elizabeth, hang tight. You'll have a chance. Hang tight.
All right. I'm not getting any. Let's see here.
You're not getting any what? You're not. Do I need to talk to Larry about this?
Sorry, I didn't finish my sentence.
I'm not getting any. Dot.
Wait. He over here was
Woo!
sticking his tongue out
This is what
dancing.
I pull. You're not getting any King of Wands. Literally, that is what I pulled.
I'm not doing this with you tonight. I'm not doing this with you.
Terry, yes.
Not doing this with you. And
It's
he is a
interesting.
Sagittarius.
You know, it's interesting. The lions back there. I wonder if, because I know some people have different versions. I wonder if Chris Ann sees this more of Leo.
Yeah.
Because for me, the Leo, the knights are perfect fit. Knight of Wands is absolutely Leo energy for me. Knight of Swords is absolutely Aquarius. Just the thought of that humanitarian in the world.
Yeah.
Knight of Cups, Scorpio. Yeah, I mean, like totally. And then Knight of Coins is Taurus, which just totally makes like they all make sense to me. Thank you, Linda. Do I look more distinguished? Someone
You are.
actually said I actually look younger, and maybe it's I don't know because I don't know. I'll take it, whatever. I'm enjoying it. A little itchy. I've been doing coconut oil on it.
Robin said, I don't do cars, but when I do, it's accurate. I don't know if I'm late in reading that, but that is hilarious, Robin. Oh,
I love it.
I think my comments are coming in slow.
So you should have Elizabeth. How about getting a reading? Elizabeth, I already said you'll have a chance, so hang tight.
Yep, I got it now.
Chance for you to get on the list, so hang tight.
Hi, Amy.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Yeah, Robin. I'm timeless. I'll take it, Amy, any day. I am 55, people. In March 14th, I will be 56 years old. Hey, Kevo.
50 years old. Sally O'Malley. I love Sally
56.
O'Malley.
I said 56.
I
56.
know.
Okay.
But it's Sally O'Malley from Saturday Night Live when Molly Shannon played her. Did you ever see her? 50 years old. I'm 50.
Is that I love it, I love it, I love it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm Sally O'Malley.
Hey, Mark Gorgeous.
Hey, Barbara. Hey, Mark Gorgeous. Thank you, Elizabeth. I think you're talking to me. I know, right, Robin?
Oh, I pulled a card. I'm using the Light Seers Tarot tonight. And the card I pulled was the Death card. But on Chris Ann's deck, it says Death, and then it has the infinity sign, Rebirth. And if for you astrologers, you can back me up, but Pluto is coming around conjunct like every 248 years. And it's happening like right now. And everybody's talking online, like, with the war, the potential of war. And like 248 years ago was when we signed the Declaration of Independence. So there's all these wild things that happen with it. So So yeah, so interesting time we're in right now. So you better bring your tail up here for a birthday cake. Woohoo!
Amy, you said cake. I'll be there. Shoot.
I'm glow. So Linda, I'm glowing with positive vibes, but also because it's hot here in Florida. Today we got up to like 85.
Woo,
So our air condition is on, and we have it set at 76 in the house.
woo. I think we got up to the 40s today.
Oh my gosh. We're for my birthday. We're going to DC, so we're going to be traipsing around the Capitol.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going to do all kinds of stuff. I've never really been there for more than 4 hours one day.
Okay.
So we're staying like 3 blocks from the White House, and we're going to walk and walk and walk and Uber what we can't walk.
Awesome sauce.
Yay!
I am excited. My trip is coming up soon. I cannot wait.
Where are you going? Let's go. Oh, the Ireland.
Ireland. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Oh, staying in the castle. I'm so excited.
Oh, Nicola, it's 10. Is that Celsius? I hope that's Celsius.
Woo! This is gonna be an interesting morning. It's snowing now in
Yeah, and
Minnesota.
tomorrow is 2, 2, 2, 20, 2, 2.
Yep.
So it's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It's a 3 day, which is good.
That's
Optimism.
manifestation day. So everybody make sure that you manifest. Manifesting energy day.
Yes, definitely.
2222222.
Totally.
Queensland, Australia. That Barbara, that is on my list. I want to go to Australia. Next. I don't know if it's next, but Australia is definitely on my list. Take my woolies for Ireland. Really? I'm from Michigan. Is it like really cold there? Like, 'cause I'm used to cold weather. But when 50s, I'm like, okay, that's fleece weather. That's not coat weather for me. Oh, Barbara, I know. Oh my gosh, I cannot. Yeah. Ireland and Greece. Those are places on my list of places to go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, Australia and Greece, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Greece is definitely one. We'll probably do a cruise too.
Okay.
And then we'll probably do a cruise around the tip of South America, like do Buenos Aires all the way around to Santiago, Chile, and stop at all the ports. Because that's a big freaking country, and you want to just hit the big ports on the way around, the Falkland Islands and stuff.
Try to take the kids and go somewhere in March. Can't decide where. Ooh, Belize. Nice. I went there on a cruise. We were in Belize for a little bit.
Amy, go south. Go south.
North Devon. Terrible storm. So cold. Ah. Okay.
Ooh.
But I'm coming in April. Will it change in April, Nicola? I would love to travel to Europe and Canada. So the funny thing about Canada is like literally Canada is probably about 10 minutes for me. So it's like people are like, oh my God, I want to go to Canada. I'm like, that's like a weekend. Like we could just go what we used to. Not, but since COVID,
That's like us going to the beach for the weekend.
Exactly.
It's an hour drive.
I go to Canada for dinner.
Hey, Linda HT. Linda H and Linda HT.
Hey, Linda. I'm going to the Deland Mardi Gras dog parade. Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, Amy, we won't be here. Yeah, we won't be here. 13th through the 23rd, I think. You can visit the kiddies. We pay someone to stay at our house while we're gone. So all right. And it is V, any special you got going on before we take the names of anybody?
No. I'm literally, I have been deep into my certification, getting work done. I haven't really posted anything brand new. I'm working on something. I'm debuting it at the Tea Room, and it's called Dance with the Divine, where we use tarot for self-discovery, and then we use hoop dance for meditative movement. So trial and error, not trial and error, but trialing it there to see how I would like to present it to the greater population. So, but outside of that, it's been pretty much status quo with readings from my site as I'm, working through my certification. So
cool. Yeah, my virtuals are booked out about a month, but when I'm gone for 10 of those days, that's one reason why it's flat, which is great. But you can
Mhm.
always grab a reading that I usually get back within 1 to 3 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm loving my new career endeavor as employee health and wellbeing partner. It's been just a blast. So yeah, definitely enjoying that. And yeah,
How are the kitties?
the kitties are good.
Cat.
Their personalities they've slowed down, like shifting and changing.
Hmm.
Santiago just sits on your belly. Sometimes he just stares at you, and he loves my beard because he was always doing the chin thing, but now he really loves the beard. And every once in a while, I'll
Hmm.
get up there when I do the coconut oil, and he's like, what's that smell? Of course, I had to Google, is it poison for them? I'm like, no, it's not poison, but I wouldn't add it to
Okay.
their diet.
Right.
And then Stefano, he's good. He's kind of settled into. He'll come to you a little bit, but if you like walk up to him to pet him, he's like, okay, I'm gonna go over here. But if you just sit down, he'll come to you. So it's like my time, my time.
Rockstar.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
he's.
but they're little Sagittarius boys, and yeah, so we'll see as they continue to grow.
I love it.
So let's go ahead and get 8 people to do readings for tonight. So if you are brand new, listen up. If you're a regular, you know what I'm about to say. So I'm going to make a list of 8 people. And here's how you get on my list. And it's very specific. So if you don't do what we say, you probably won't get on the list. And the reason we do that is by you doing what we ask, you're giving us permission to read you. And also, it makes it very clear in the chat room who wants a reading, so we don't get, flustered, and we don't have someone get in front of somebody else. And once we get to that point, we're just gonna like, okay, stop.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you have had a reading from us in the last month, then please wait just a little bit before you say something or type in. But if you're brand new or you haven't had a reading in the last 2 weeks, you can jump in right away. So if you've had one in the last 2 weeks or 4 weeks, maybe wait just a little bit before. So here's how you get a reading. We're going to each pull one card and we'll give you a 1 card reading. You don't get to ask questions. It's going to be the cards and Spirit telling us what we need to tell you, what Spirit thinks you need to know the best. So here's how you get a reading. You type the word me, M-E, M-E. So M-E, E-E, E-E, M-E. Me. So do it. All right. And remember the parameters. If you had one in the last 2 to 4 weeks, wait a little bit.
Woo! All right.
But if you,
Arjun, it hopped up.
woo,
Arjun,
oh, okay, it did. Okay, I see Barbara first. Sorry, I see Barbara.
Barbara,
Barbara, Arjun,
Megana,
Megana,
Linda Hiller, Maddie,
Mati.
Elizabeth Richardson.
Oh, I see Nicola under
Oh,
Maddie. Do you see that?
Nicola. I don't know why mine are flipped. And then Elizabeth Richardson.
Okay, Elizabeth.
Um,
One more. Who's after Elizabeth? Robin.
Robin.
Done. Okay, that's 8. I'm going to read back the 8 names. Remember your number. If you did not get on the list, then you can piggyback on someone's reading. Woo, I heard
Oh.
that. So here it is. So Barbara's number 1, Arjun 2, Megana number 3, Linda Hiller number 4, Mati number 5, Nicola number 6, Elizabeth R number 7, and Robin number 8. And then if you didn't get on that, you can piggyback. You don't have to tell us what number if you're piggybacking. You just jump on with them when it's time. Just in your mind, remember what number it is. V, what are you gonna do? I already picked one, and I picked one I've never picked before.
Me too. Number 2.
Oh, I picked number 1.
Ah!
Too funny. Too funny. All right, so we're going to start off. V is going to draw first. I'm not even going to ask anymore. You're just going to go first always. So V is using Simplicity Tarot.
Yes, the rose red edition with the red edges.
Oh, and I'm using Lightseer from Chris Ann, which is a gorgeous deck. So the first person is Barbara, and I'm also piggybacking on with Barbara.
All right. Barbara Mitchell and all the number 1s.
Yes.
All right, here we have the star. Make sure I'm in the frame here. All right, so the star here is definitely talking about star power. Okay, let's just start there and talk about it's really time for you to, I don't want to say go big or go home, but really it's time to amp up your star power. Okay. And this is talking about rebuilding. So however you have been, it's time to I heard it that time. I don't know what happened, but I heard it.
Yoo-hoo! That's
Um,
star power.
there you see. But it's about you being optimistic. It's about being hopeful. And the thing that I've learned about hope, hope is not in absence of your action. You know, you have to do work and still have the hope. Hope is not just like wishing on a star that something is going to come true.
You need to
Okay.
repeat that. Hope is not what?
I can't repeat. Hope is not without action on your part. Okay. So
Yes.
it's having that optimism, but it's also taking those steps to say that I trust. All right. So step into that. It's time to rebuild. It's time to start over. The way is clear and you can make it what you want it to be, but stand in that star power energy. Okay.
Beautiful. And then from me, we have got the Six of Wands. Oh
Hmm?
my, look at this. This person is on a freaking stage.
Told you. Star power.
Yeah, with the light shining down on them. And Six of Wands is traditionally like it's this success, it's this joy, it's this applause, it's adulation. Is that the word?
Hmm.
It's like people just clapping and cheering you on. So definitely take your place on the stage. Raise your hands in thanks and praise for what you've got. I feel like gratitude is very important right now. So if you start feeling kind of wonky or off or wondering if something kind of shifts or changes, just fall back into gratitude of all that you've accomplished. Barbara's talking about her job and
Hmm.
creating your own self-employment. If you don't already do this, every day wake up and say, thank you for everything I had yesterday and thank you for everything that's coming today. Gratitude. Because for me, gratitude really is about raising the vibration. When I set the intention before a client, I'm like, maybe receive healing, guidance, confirmation, grounding, centering, balance, peace, harmony, alignment, joy, abundance, love, great care, compassion. It's just the vibration of those single words that just build up the energy. So yeah, so Six of Wands,
Hmm.
woo, star power. I love it. That
Yeah,
was in sync right there.
that
That
was.
was good. And that was all. I tagged along with you there, Barbara. So I needed to hear that one too. I need to hear my own words. All right. So Barbara, thank you. We
Yes.
see some good feedback there. All right, and Arjun is next, along with V, and these are the number twos. And
All
this is
right.
two, 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 two.
I got a bit of an echo. Oh no, I don't.
What? What?
Okay, I had
Echo?
an echo,
Echo?
but it's gone now.
Is it? Is it? Gone? No? No?
All right, so Arjun and me and all the number twos, the nine of cups. All right, listen, I'm loving these readings so far. So the nine of cups is talking about the wish come true. And this is talking about recognizing your blessings that are coming in. You know, when they're coming, we're so excited to have them, but it's not about counting them, but it's about the recognition of what you're receiving so that you continue to sit into that space of gratitude. And it's kind of also like when you're eating and you're sitting down and you just continue to eat until you stand up and realize, wait, I've had enough. You know, so it's also not overindulging in the things that you want. It's recognizing when things are coming in and saying thank you, and then allowing it to pause so that you can really explore what has come into your life. Okay. But this is saying whatever you've been wishing for, whatever you've been hoping for, it's either here or it's on its way to you. Okay. Stay in that space of gratitude, but don't get greedy. Okay.
Mm.
So,
And then from me, Six of Cups. Woo, I love it. This is so beautiful. This is such a beautiful card. Um, I was looking at that guy thinking, okay, do I look a little like him too?
yeah.
So, so this talks about reminiscing, being a little melancholy, a melancholy, and thinking of things from the past, from the childhood of the dog and of you to growth and things like that. So as V was talking about the wish card and manifesting, you know, and this is from spirit because they're showing me this because it's funny because I'm looking at this child, I'm looking at this adult, and I know dogs' lives may not span that, but it's in an odd, almost morbid way. This is spirit talking about the cycle and the cyclical nature of things. Honor that cyclical nature of your life and those and things around you. Just like we talked a little bit about, I guess Pluto's coming back around. It took 248 years to get here, but dang, it's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
So, however the cycle is, every day there's a cycle. The sun goes up, the sun goes down.
Mhm.
Every month there's a cycle of the moon. Every year there's a cycle of the sun. So find the cycles in this is from Spirit, find the cycles in your everyday life and honor them, just like we do birthdays, just like we do moon phases, just like we do all that other stuff,
Mhm.
and really see how they start moving and working in your life, because I think they're going to be very important to you being able to look back and be grateful and thankful. And the word grateful keeps coming up a lot tonight.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, and then again, both these cards were cups. So we're at that heart center, we're at that healing center, we're at the emotions, and I'm a big proponent of manifesting, creating, and setting intentions, and all from the heart.
Mhm.
So that's when the universe kind of goes, oh, damn, I better give them what they want, because look at those emotions coming out.
Yep.
I think that's one of the best ways. So, all right, there you go, Arjun and V, and number twos. All right. And we're moving on to number three, and this is Megana,
Megana.
or maybe it's Megana. Megana? I'd love to know how to pronounce it. If there's any way you can phonetically let us know. So, Arjun sounds great. Thanks. You're welcome.
Thank
Thank you. Thank
you.
you.
All right, Megana. And the number threes. All right, so this is the Empress. All right, so this is Venusian energy. And so the Empress is coming through to talk about this element of nurturing, okay? Ruling the second house. So this is also looking at your finances, looking at your values and your beliefs, and also, your own self-worth. And so really paying attention to how are you nurturing self? Megana? Megana. Okay. How are you nurturing yourself? How are you really giving you what you need in order to create in this lifetime? Okay. I don't know if you have children, or if you have a business or something that you're wanting to um, basically create. You have to take care of yourself first. All right. So that's looking at your beliefs, looking at your values, figuring out if are there some things that need to change, how you currently take care of yourself. Is there a shift that's necessary? But everything comes back to you. So spend some time in that space of you so that things can be born of you. Okay.
And first of all, Megana, I love your name. And then I'm looking at your last name. I'm like, what a name. It's
Yeah.
gorgeous. All right. And from me, we have got what is this? The Five of Swords. So, and this is a little bit from Spirit. Don't get caught up in your thoughts.
Mm,
Um, I really feel like, I don't know, Megan, I don't know if you exercise or do anything to help clear your mind, like physically clear your mind, because sometimes when our body gets frustrated, it's like if we just go out and move it, we can clear our mind as well.
mhm,
I feel like that it's it's almost like I want to say find a way to be mindful but with movement, like hooping, like running. Some of my best mindful moments have been running, but I do practice sitting still and being mindful and meditating. But I really want to say, let's get you over this hump. Five of Swords is the tipping point, and see this person. They're like their hands against their head, and I just want to get you out of your head. And I almost see this like tapping. This I don't know if you do this kind of rocking, or when you get frustrated, you do what like little children do, where they're not sure what to do, not sure what to do, not sure what to do. But it's like get up and move. Get up and move is what I want. And if you look way in the background, this person is like almost like floating and flying, and it's almost like they've become one of the birds and they can fly themselves. So yeah, so I feel like movement is the prescription right now. Movement is the prescription. That's what I feel like. So there you go. So that's Meg, Megana.
Megana. Megana. Yeah.
I love it. I'm not going to ask the last name because then we'll be here for a while. So I hope that made some sense for you and anybody who chose number three. All right, number four is Linda Hiller. Anybody who chose number four, hello, Patricia.
Hello. Thank you.
Patricia Cecilia Blanco. Good to see you.
Hey, Jonathan.
What is Jonathan? Jonathan James Daly. You're okay, buddy? We're glad you're here.
Okay, wait, what was the name? I'm sorry, I lost it.
Oh, this is Linda Hiller.
Linda Hiller. Okay.
You're welcome, Megana. Oh, totally relate to always said lots of love. Wonderful.
Beautiful. All right, so Linda. All right, so here we have the Nine of Wands. All right, so this Nine of Wands here is talking about perseverance. You know, you're someone that once you get started with something, you pretty much ride it out to the very end. All right. This card is also about choice. So it's asking you to, if you're on this road to finishing something and it's becoming torturous or monotonous or something that you're just over, ask yourself, am I still interested in it? Do I still have the energy for it? Because this is also the card of you can change your mind. All right. Just because you are someone doesn't take away any of your loyalty, any of your, being able to complete something. But if it's giving the vibes of tension and, irritability and feeling overwhelmed, ask yourself, is my heart still in this? Do I still have the energy and the passion to keep this thing going? If the answer is no, it's okay to let it go. It's okay to change your mind. If the answer is yes, stick with it and keep going. He's sitting here, his head is bandaged. So you've had some bumps and some bruises along the way. But just check in with self to ask, do I want to continue this journey? Okay.
And then from me, we've got temperance. Oh, I love it. And this makes me feel similar energy. So that was Nine of Wands, right? So
Yes.
that's Sagittarius, and temperance is Sagittarius as well. So we're sitting in this place of expansion. What are some of the key words of Sagittarius? I'm looking at my cheat sheet. Expansion, enthusiasm, self-assertion. But temperance is about balance and moderation. And so, V was talking about, push forward if you feel it. If you don't worry about being loyal to something that you're not feeling anymore. And I think if you find yourself in this place of balance and moderation, or you chill for just a moment, you can see the kind of the angel behind this person, then I think you'll be able to make that decision a little easier, a little more clearly. This is temperance, which is 14, which is 5. 5 is also about that tipping point, that changing point. We're ready to go over it. Last year was a temperance year, it was a 5 year, but temperance is part of that. So it's a tipping year. So find that balance and moderation, and I think you'll be able to make your decisions from a more clear, balanced, understanding place as you move forward, or change direction, So, so there you go, Linda. Hope that made some sense. And all you number fours. All right, Mati, number fives.
Mati. All right, Mati and the number fives. Huh, interesting. And this is an extra card in the deck, and it says spiritual cleansing. So it's not even a card of the tarot, but this is saying that it may be time to do some cleanup work. Some cleanup work around your spiritual practice. If you have an altar, dust it off. Feed your ancestors, your spirit guides, and whomever. This may be, time for you to, take a cleansing bath, where you're just getting rid of the energy that is kind of attached to you since the last time. Okay. And so this cleansing is just, it's kind of like this redo of just your energy, casting off whatever, like I said, has stuck, whatever that you're wanting to kind of get rid of as we move almost into a new season. Um, yeah, it's just the cleanup work. Just the cleanup work. So you can start with a fresh palette. Okay. So,
Cool. And from me, Nine of Swords. Oh, I love it. A lot of swords here. Yeah, and this is very interesting because going along with these cleansing and cleaning, it's like, it's like I just want you to cry it out. I want you to let your tears clear your emotions as well. And look at the birds up there. You see how there's like this one that's almost like luminescent? That's like the 10th one coming in my mind. I didn't count the birds, but it's like, okay, we're ready for the 10th one to come in, which is the completion of it, ready to start again.
yep.
And I love the imagery, red dress, find your place in this world, find your tribe, find your family, and this could be what's troubling to you right now is, finding them or believing that those who are around you are your family or chosen family. I'm being drawn to the number 9. So number 9 is the number of it's the number of perfection, it's completions, it's ending. So it's time to let things go. And then I'm drawn right back to the tears again. I keep getting a lot of 3 of Swords as well, which is again a little bit of loss, a little bit of heartbreak, but both of them bring about tears. And normally this person, I don't feel like they are crying, but I'm feeling tears flowing from your eyes in this card. So again, Mati, I would say allow the tears to flow, allow the tears to cleanse not only your eyes but your heart as well. Um, yeah, and that goes along with what V said, like the what was the card again? The cleansing,
Cleansing.
spiritual cleansing. Yeah, so definitely. All right, so Mati and anybody who chose number 5, that was for you, and Nicola, number 6 says.
Hey, Judy.
Judy's
Oh,
here.
beautiful, Linda.
Hey, Judy.
All right, Nicola and the number 6s. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. Um, so the Wheel of Fortune here talks about cycles. Okay. We're talking about movement happening. These are the highs, these are the lows, but it's all about growth and expansion. Wheel of Fortune is related to Jupiter. Okay. Jupiter is, just it's a lucky planet. So this is saying that everything that's happening in your life right now, it's to help to expand you, it's to help to grow you. When we're riding a high, we're just like, yes, this is great. But just knowing that that element of rest and being in that ebb versus the flow, it means for you to dig into your gratitude, for you to pay attention for all that has been given, all the ways in which you've grown, and to allow yourself to really settle into that before it's time to take off again into the next flow. Okay. But this Wheel of Fortune, there are good things coming. If you've been in a sleep state or a resting period or feeling like you're in that ebb, the flow is coming. Just continue to hang on and just know that all things don't last forever, good or bad. Okay? So.
And that is also Sagittarius because Nicola is connecting to Sag
Mhm.
too. Ooh, a lot of Sagittarius tonight, expansion, growth. And then from me, oh, the 6 of Cups again.
Again.
This is from Spirit. Make sure you heal the things from the past
Mm.
because it will trip you up as you start to expand and grow if you've not healed the things from the past because it's like falling into a rut, into a groove, a habit, an addiction, or something. It's like I feel like you're going. It's like, oh, I'm right back to where I used to be. So that's where I'd say make sure anything that starts to pop up as you start to grow and expand with that Sagittarius wheel energy, or you start to move. Make sure you heal any of the stuff from the past. And one cool thing that I often tell clients, I say, and I practice this myself, if all of a sudden you're going throughout your day and you have just a memory pop up of, especially when you're like under 10 years old, but as long as it's like, under adult age, you have a memory pop up, just sit quietly with that memory if you can, close your eyes and just imagine talking to that younger self, and just kind of say, hey, it's okay. You being an adult and a grown up, you know what to say to a 10-year-old. You do. And just start talking to that younger self. I have had like the domino effect of healing when like I'm sitting in my bed and in my mind I can see this younger little blonde headed kid. It was a towhead kid. And it turned to me and I was like, oh my God, that's me. And I just started crying and I just had this little conversation with young Mitch. And it just really made a huge difference in my adult life here and now. So it's almost like a little regression, but you can do it individually. So yeah. So Nicola, you're welcome. You're
You're
welcome.
welcome.
All right. So Elizabeth R, number 7,
All
coming
right.
up next.
And I just want to say, reading with this deck on camera is difficult because it's white, and so I can't catch the light.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Elizabeth and all the number 7s. All right, interesting. Again, the spiritual cleansing card comes up. So, um, it's interesting because she's kind of doing this cleansing on her head and her heart. And so, what I'm feeling with this is saying, any energy or emotion that is stuck in your heart chakra, it's time to cleanse it out. It's time to let it go. It's like Mitch said, it's time to cry it out. It's time to release it. Anything that's been in a hamster in the wheel of your head, it's time to let those things go, worries and stress. All right. So alleviating yourself, releasing that mental energy that just allows you to cycle and not really get anywhere. And then that um, heart energy that's just kind of stuck and stagnant, that's not allowing you to expand or open up or grow. It's time to break that. It just makes me think of like, plaque or like tartar. It's time to chip that away and let it go. All right. And because this cleansing is saying that there's more coming that you are to receive and that you are to have. But if the space is taken up or, it's cluttered, you won't be able to receive it. Okay. So make space. Okay. And with the spiritual part here, it's, if prayer is the thing for you, if cards are the thing for you, whatever it is that helps you to connect to your higher spirit, to the divine universe, God, Buddha, Allah, whomever, have those conversations. Ask for help and the assistance that you need. Okay.
Beautiful. And then from me, we've
Mm.
got the Seven of Wands. So I love this person. Their actually eyes are closed, but they're looking to the left, which is the past. Seven of Wands can often be about like another surprise. It's more Sagittarius energy. No, this is not Sag. What is this? Middle of the road. This is Leo energy. Um, so they're looking a little bit to the past, which is quite interesting. So once again, I'm going to say you've been surprised from some of the things that have hit you in the past. Avoid, I'll use that word rather than don't, avoid thinking you're going to be surprised again.
Mm.
Move forward knowing that you've learned, you've grown. That was then, this is now. I'm not a big fan of saying what I'm about to say, but don't be that self fulfilling prophecy. In
Mm.
other words, we are always and forever creating, co-creating, or miscreating. And oftentimes the miscreating would be what is that self-fulfilling prophecy, because usually it's usually attached to negative things, like, oh, I don't want to, get sick and I can't go on my trip. Boom, all of a sudden you get sick. What I say is flip it 180 degrees. So glad I'm healthy. So glad I'm going to have an amazing trip. You know, so avoid thinking you're befall. Avoid thinking you're gonna the woes from the past are gonna befall on you again. I don't know where I'm getting this stuff. Maybe this is your language. I'm speaking very, very almost like Shakespeare. Yeah, anytime I start cussing, I usually think it's the client's fault because I'm like, "Are you a cusser?" Because I mean, I'll cuss, but not normally when I'm with a client. But I feel like I'm speaking your language. So yeah. So Elizabeth, yeah, you have learned your lesson. You are not going to fall into the same patterns again because you've moved through it. You've healed. You've done differently. Um, and Elizabeth, this is a little offshoot from Spirit. Um, take care of your knees. Knees, like on your legs, your knees. Yeah, just be conscious of them. Take care of them. Do what you need to do to keep them in good shape. That's a weird one, but yeah, Spirit should show me that. So, hey, Zenobia.
I'm gonna jump on that spirit message talking about knees. Knees are related to, or issues with the knees talk about being inflexible. So if there's anything that you're trying to control, anything that you are inflexible about or rigid, start to try to let those things go or resolve them. That will also help with knee issues.
Yeah. So if you're having a physical thing going on, sometimes it's an emotional thing coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the times it is. Um, just had hip replacement 2 weeks ago. Okay. So be conscious that, and this is, and I'm a personal trainer, so I can speak a little bit on this. Be conscious that you're not compensating for whatever side just got replaced, and you start to aggravate maybe a knee or something.
Mm-hmm.
So be very conscious. I'm sure they're taking you through rehab. Listen to them, do the training, do the work that they're coaching you to do. So cool. All right, Elizabeth, thank you, thank you, thank you. And anybody else, number sevens? And Elizabeth, as you're going through rehab, which I'm sure they're putting you through, still talk to them about your knees too. Talk to them about your knees too. All right, Robin and number 8. If you just arrived, you can just piggyback on the next reading.
All right, Robin and all of the eights. This one is for you. The Six of Cups. Now I get to talk about this. This is the
There you
third
go.
time that it's come up tonight.
Hey,
Jesus
Dana.
Christ. All right. So this Six of Cups here, um, is talking about emotional balance. All right. And so with this card, we have to be mindful of wanting to have these good memories, wanting to feel these emotions that we may have felt in the past, but then acknowledging them and then doing the work to recreate that emotion that's making you happy. It's not about, trying to get back that situation that made you happy. It's not trying to get anything from the past. That emotion is coming back as it's saying, hey, you haven't felt this in a while. This is the memory that, reminded you of it. It's time for you to start doing some things now so you can have that. So if it's joy, if it's happiness, if it's excitement, it's like feeling that from something that happened, but then taking it and say, okay, what can I do right now to have that energy in my life at this present moment? Okay. um, it's just a good card of just a reminder that you can have things in the present that you have had in the past in a different container, a different situation. This is also saying that somebody from your past might come back in. You may reunite with someone, whether this is a love interest or just a friend. But once again, it's just something from your past that's just reminding you of some good stuff. Okay. So,
Someone go slide into your DMs.
whoop, whoop.
And then from me, Robin, woo, the devil
You
finally
got
makes the appearance. So can we just talk about this devil? So be conscious of where you do have the fear, and don't let it. You can see how to do it. You can see that they've got like it's like a puppet on a string. That is you being taunted, being manipulated by your fears, by the addictions, the chains that have held you back. This is Capricorn energy, correct?
yes.
So very earthy, materialistic kind of energy and vibe might be your thing that you're caught up in right now. The money, the brick and mortar, the stuff, the house. you know so be conscious of that. It's so funny, like I just keep hearing, not today, Satan. So I really want to say, it's like this will be the time where you can say, cut the strings, off the you're not the marionette anymore. Cut your strings. What was the NSYNC album, No Strings Attached, or
No
where
strings
they cut their
attached.
strings, they were finally free. Yeah, so it's like set yourself free, and it's a simple thing. It's simple concept, but it can be challenging to do because there's going to be a little bit of fear, because sometimes where you have been chained in place, bad relationship, bad job, addictions, all that kind of stuff, it's familiar. And sometimes the darkness is just too unfamiliar and too scary. Even though you're in a place of pain and frustration, it's still familiar. You know what to expect. And sometimes you need to just let go of the branch and float down the river. You're going to probably find some calm. Even if you find a waterfall, at least you're into a better place eventually. So there you go, Robin, and anybody who chose number 8. Yeah, go V.
I wanted to add with that Six of Cups and that devil together, it makes me think of
Ooh,
like once again, there's an emotion that you're trying to recreate, but you're going about it in a way of maybe retail therapy. Let me go buy something to make me feel this way. Let me eat something to make me feel this way. Some kind of addiction or something that you're tied to, trying to create something, um, but it's not giving what it's supposed to give,
yeah.
basically. So
Exactly. Beautiful one. And Diane is echoing something I say all the time. What would you do if you weren't afraid? You don't even have to answer that question. I'm in a new career right now. Probably, most likely, I can say, because I asked myself that question every day for about 4 months.
mm,
At noon, I'm sitting at lunch, and it would bing pop up on my. It was like, what am I calling into existence? And what would I do if I weren't afraid? I had them set on different times. They would pop up. Siri would remind me. And again, you don't try to answer the question.
mhm.
But right now, when I say to you, think, what would I do if I weren't afraid? Did you see that? I immediately got a smile on my face. And it's what I call my shit eating grin. Because the moment you think, what would I do if I weren't afraid? You have stepped out of the cage. You are no longer imprisoned. And it really doesn't matter what you do, it's realizing that you are not trapped. I'll never forget one time there was a client sitting in this office and she was having this kind of life. And that time, I don't think I was using that phrase, but I said, listen, I said, when we're done with this session, you can get in your car, drive to Orlando International Airport, get on a plane, and fly to anywhere in the world you want and never look back. No, I can't. I got a family. I got a job. No. You didn't hear me. Listen to me. You can.
Mm-hmm.
You can.
Mm-hmm.
You absolutely can. Now, there are consequences for you doing that,
Mm-hmm.
but you need to realize that you can do it.
Yeah.
And for me, that's kind of goes back to that question. It is freedom once you realize you can
Winnie.
walk away from everything,
Yeah.
but you're choosing not to, because then you are in control again. You're not a victim. You are choosing to stay where you are.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's funny when that question came up, the first thing that popped into my mind is like, I would do an amateur night at a strip club in another state. I don't know why that just came up, but
yeah.
if I wasn't afraid, that's what I did.
And but the funny thing is aren't you doing things that equate energetically to that right now? Aren't you incorporating, or at least I think you've been, and for the years I've known you,
Hmm.
you are literally amateur night at the strip club. You literally, I can point back to several things in your life where you're literally, this is my amateur night at the strip club. because those things are, I'm free, how much fun would this be?
Yep.
Nobody knows me, and I'm just hooping, dancing, and showing my tatas or whatever,
Exactly. All day, every day.
Yeah. Barbara said, my first reading in years, and I just want to thank you and V. Mitchell. Your connection was spot on. Oh, yay. You're welcome. Yay,
Oh,
Barbara. Judy went out Saturday night all by yourself. It was scary at first, and then you started to enjoy yourself. Good for
good
you.
job, Judy.
Yeah. It's nothing to fear. It's all in the mind. And it's usually, fear is usually, we're afraid of something that 99.9999% of the time ain't even going to happen.
Nope.
And there's several acronyms. What is it? Fear is evidence appearing real.
False evidence appearing real.
False evidence appearing real. Yeah. So cool. Well, and hey, Dana. Good to see you.
Hey.
Dana and I met in real time recently. So
Nice.
just a random real time meeting. That was wonderful. I was so glad. I'm so glad we met. All right, everybody. Well, we are going to kind of bring this to a close. And this is where we kind of say, V, what you got going on? I'm going to put our next event in the chat while V does a little bit of talking.
For me, readings are open. I do email readings where you send me a question. I video a 3-card reading back to you. My Sea Breeze readings, which are virtual readings where we connect on Zoom or a virtual platform in increments of, time frames of 30 or 60 minutes. Let's see. I also have mentorships if anybody is interested in doing some one-on-one work with me to learn tarot, a very contemporary way of reading the tarot. If you're interested in Lenormand, I mentor with that as well. Also doing some coaching. So if anyone is wanting to do some shadow work, and need a guide to kind of navigate through the shadow to find the power in those places so that you can really shine in your day-to-day to move fear out of the way and really go after what you want in your life, definitely hit me up. I would love to work with you on a one-to-one basis with that as well. Okay.
And then I put, so next site Shenanigans in 2 weeks. You can see that in the chat. I put my tarot spread. If you want to get a tarot spread, usually I deliver those back to you in 1 to 3 weeks, 1 to 3 days, 1 to 3 days. And I got over 50 of those, from the Celtic Cross to 1-card question, or 3-card question. I put my dream interpretation, animal communication, and numerology course in there. And then also just my website. If you want to support us, one of the best ways you can support any creator out there is just like and share and repost our stuff. but we are putting our virtual tip jars as there as well. I put my Venmo and my PayPal. And so if you feel led to do that, please do. One of the reasons why I did that was I had a couple clients years ago that were yelling at me that they couldn't give me a tip. And it was a money issue that I had to learn. And I did. But I also know what it feels like when I want to tip somebody, and like I said, only if you feel led, but share, like, retweet, post, show up. We're glad you're here, Barbara, I'm so glad you were meant to watch this. Yay. And for the next one in 2 weeks, if you go to it and like it, you can add it to your calendar so you don't miss it or show up late. And speaking of showing up late or missing it, I wonder where Norm is.
I don't know.
We should tag Norm. Where are you?
And Troy.
All right. Tagging him. Where are you? Are you tagging Troy?
No, I'm still
Oh.
doing other stuff. All right, there we go. Oops. There we go. I'll tag Troy.
Oh, I did. I just tagged him.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. So, hey, you guys, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yes, yes.
We appreciate you being here. And yeah, we've just got lots of good vibes tonight. There was a lot of Sagittarius energy tonight. A lot of Six of Cups. We talked a little bit about the Pluto coming back around, conjunct, whatever it is. I'm not that astrologically inclined, but that is death and rebirth, which is literally the same coin, just two different sides. So yeah, and that Sagittarius is that expansion. My other keywords, self-assertion, enthusiasm. Yeah, that's wheel energy. I finally attached it to wheel, which makes a whole lot of sense because the wheel is like that expansion and growth and movement. So, all right.
Tomorrow's the 22nd. We add those numbers up. It adds to a 3, which is a good number for manifestation. So anything that you want to shoot out into the universe to receive back to you, tomorrow's a good day to do it.
Especially like relationships because of the number 2.
Yep.
Cooperation, contracts, collaborations, anything bringing two things and people together. And hey, V, you can elaborate on this too, but if you have any cards, if you have tarot cards or any kind of cards, oracle or whatever, and you want to manifest something, find the card that best represents, or cards that best represents what you want to manifest. And I don't have an altar per se, but my desk is like my altar basically, and I have a desk behind me for clients too. So just put that card out there. Maybe you've got one of those handy dandy little stands that you can put it up in, from Jamie Sawyer, and just set the card there and just say, what, I set the intention to draw this energy to me. And then just in your heart, feel how good it feels, like if you're going to use, I'm just going to randomly pull a Lenormand card, just kind of play for a moment. So, Fox, I love it. So if you want to, and I'm going to use, Ronna George likes to say, can often be about small businesses. I want to say, you know what? And it's a 14, which is my year, the temperance year. So yeah, I'm going to use this card to manifest my business. I'm about to go on a 10-day vacation. So between now and when I go, bring in some business. And then when I come back from the vacation, be ready to hit the ground running. So I set that intention, using the Fox card as that. Yeah. Or I could use it as my way of sneaking around, whatever I need to sneak around to get done.
Yeah. Or strategy. So there's business
strategy. There's a good word.
Planning.
All right. So I'm going to say, may the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in me with the beard sees the beautiful, powerful, wonderful, awesome sexiness in you, which basically I'm telling you, namaste. And V?
And I say, namaste.
I love it. Okay. Give you the details. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
guys.